everyone, today we're going to have a look at how we can jazz up a week spread in the Model Horse Journal. So if you haven't got a copy of this already, you can get it from our Etsy store, and it's a printable, so you will get your pre-printed copy that you can then print out, and you can print out whichever pages you want. It has loads of really cool specialist Model Horse pages, and we'll be doing lots of videos to go through what all of these awesome specialist Model Horse pages are. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at the more basic stuff, which is how do we use our week spread? Because this is more than just a journal to keep a record of our model horses. This is a full planner, a full 365-day planner. And it's set up so that it's undated, so you can use it whenever you want. But each of the months have these awesome, unique mood trackers. So you need to make sure that wherever you're starting it, you pick a month that has the number of days that you want. It's currently March, so I'm going to start with a March month. You can see it's got 31 days. And if I see it's got 31 days, then I know that it's going to have enough weeks in my week spread. And I also know that I'm going to have 31 things to colour in on my mood tracker. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start by just jazzing up our week spread because I like everything to be jazzed up. I like it to be themed. And I'm going to use the theme from the mood tracker to help me do that. So as you can see here, the mood tracker is a unicorn. So I'm going to use this mood tracker. I'm going to use this unicorn mood tracker as my theme for the month. To start with, what I'm going to use is some washi tape. Now, if you haven't got washi tape, you can get this pretty much everywhere. Paperchase is obviously one of the big stores in the UK that's really pushed this kind of like bullet journaling stationery, but you can generally speaking get it absolutely everywhere. I'm going to use this really cute unicorn washi tape, and what I want to do is I want to put some of it up here where my month is. Now, I should apologize for my nails because I'm acutely conscious of the fact that they are pretty badly painted at the moment, but that is because today is painting day. So once I've done my journal, I'm going to be doing loads and loads of model horse painting, so the nail varnish is going to come off anyway. So I'm going to add a little bit of a unicorn up here. I'm going to use some sparkly washi tape, I think, just to add a little bit of sparkle to my journal, if I can find the end. So I think I might add some, maybe I could just add it like along the side of the different days. That would look really, really cute. And obviously the nice thing about having a printable is that, you know, if you're sort of doing your week spread and you're setting it up and it doesn't look quite right, you can just print another one. So that's the really, really nice thing of having a printable. Obviously, I've set mine up here, so I've got a full proper journal, but there's absolutely no reason why you have to sort of print it all off and bind it and do any of that and be really, really fancy. You can just print it off as you need it, and that's the really nice thing about a printable. I'm not 100% sure about doing that because it covers there. So what I might do, it's a nice thing about washi tape, is it usually doesn't stick first time, so you can alter it. So I'll put that little bit of sparkle along there. And the really plain colours in this journal do give you that flexibility. We do have colour throughout, so there are sort of little coloured bits like here, and you can see that in some of the other pages there's just odd little bits of colour, but they're very plain colours, very pastel-y. So you can really, apart from the champions page where I went super, super bright, you can really sort of make it your own in terms of your own colour choices and theming. So we've put a little bit of sparkly washi tape in here. I'm wondering whether we actually just need a few more unicorns in a different colour. I'm just thinking to myself, what would make this look even prettier? Well, let's add some extra unicorns down here, particularly as I know that next week, because I'm at work, I'm not really working on my projects in a huge amount of detail, so it doesn't matter if we put some there. So let's get started with putting some information in. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I know what month it is. And so we've got space here for you to fill in the month, and you can also, if you want, in this little box you could put the different days and highlight which week it is. So I've left it blank so you've got that flexibility to do that. So I'm just going to use a marker and I'm going to go over my washi tape. This pink is not as vibrant as I thought it was going to be, so I might go over it in a darker colour. Let's go over it in a darker colour. Now make sure when you're printing this that you print it on paper that can easily be written on. The paper I've printed this on is slightly glossy, so it looks very pretty, but obviously, as you can see, it's not 100% amazing to write on. Using a biro is probably the best way. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put our dates into our boxes. So Monday is the 15th. So we're going to pop in 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we can pop in our dates. Now, if you are like me and you want to add a little bit of extra colour, you could use pens, you can use markers, you can simply use some coloured pencils. I'm just going to use some little soft coloured pencils, and I really like the fact that because the ink is a little bit wet, it just picks up the ink a little bit, and so we can just add maybe a little bit of extra colour each day. We could do them all different colours, so that's a really nice way of just making this our own. And we haven't really done much, but we've already turned our generic sort of week spread into something that's really, really pretty, and it's very much like me, isn't it? And making it work for me. And the nice thing about this journal, the really, really nice thing, is that it isn't just about model horses. It's not just, this is my hobby. It recognises, in the way that a journal can recognise, and an inanimate object can recognise, that actually there's more to your life than just model horses, unfortunately. We have to do other things. Society says we have to do other things. So it allows you that kind of flexibility to sort of integrate your hobby into your life, but still just plan everything else. Plan the rest of your life, your work, your job, your business, all of that kind of stuff, your social life. Not that you'll have it very much during COVID, but still. It allows you to still do all of that whilst keeping your hobby right there, and whilst sort of just having that little bit of personality, a little bit of freedom to make your hobby like a huge part of your life, which is really, really nice. So I've added a little bit of colour there, which, I mean, super, super pretty. Already my week spread is looking rather fun, isn't it? It's looking really, really nice. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my habits in my habit tracker. Now, you could make these full model horse habits, or you could just do whatever your usual daily habits are. I'm going to use my daily habits that I normally want to make sure I do, not just my model horse habits, but I'm going to try and put a little bit of a model horse edge on it. So my daily habits are obviously, as you guys know, lots and lots of animals, so they have to be done. My housework, sadly, also has to be done. That's life, unfortunately. So those are like my two most important daily habits. My other daily habit is that I need to be doing something to do with spirituality. So whether that's reading my Bible, listening to a preach, maybe listening to some worship music, something like that. Make sure that I've got a little bit of God in my day is obviously really important. So what else do I need as my daily habits? Well, maybe I want to have something model horsey in there. Maybe I want to do something creative. Let's try and get a little bit of model horsing into our week. I would also like to be able to get something off my to-do list. Really, really important that we do that daily. And I like to be able to do a bit of studying every single day. That's also super, super important to me. And finally, this sounds so weird, but it's so important. Something fun every day. And that can be model horses. So maybe it's going to be that I'm going to enter a photo show. Maybe I'm going to paint a custom. Maybe I'm going to make some tack. Whatever it is, I'm going to try and do it every single day. So I also have my to-do list for the week. So what's on my to-do list? What do I 100% have to do next week? Well, number one, I've got to mark all of my BTEX coursework. So that's a nice little work thing. Got to get it done next week. So that's going to go at the top of my to-do list because it's very, very important. Anything else on my to-do list at this point? Let's have a look at the dates. Well, the photo show doesn't end until the 24th, so I don't need to worry about that too much. But actually, I might just pop that in. And I apologise as always for Brandy and Lily, but you guys are used to that by now. So a little bit of a model horse to-do list on there. I want to get March's photo show entered. Anything else? Well, I would really like to finish painting the little silver dapple resin that I've been working on for a month. So I'm going to pop that on my to-do list as well. Now, I've also got space here to write down things that I'm grateful for and maybe write down some highlights of the week. Obviously, the week hasn't happened yet, so I'm not going to do that. So in terms of projects, what long-term projects am I working on? I'm not really working on any projects at the moment, but one thing I am going to do is I'm going to put the week number at the top there. It's week number 11, so I'm going to pop that at the top. And I've got the space down there to maybe put in some goals or maybe put a plan of whatever project that I'm currently working on. I also need to put in what I've got to do each day. So I use a color coding system for this. So I can go in and I can write down, I've got lots of space in these boxes. I can write down that I've got work, I've got work, I've got work, I've got work, and guess what? Work. And obviously I can put the times in there as well. So I can put 8 to 4. Now, you might be the kind of like bullet journaler that's always super neat and you'll make this look way prettier than me. I used to be like that, but nowadays I'm just more like, get it in, what's on my to-do list, get it all done. Let's try and make it look a little bit pretty, but if it's not that pretty, it's not the end of the world. Anything else to do next week? Nope, there are no deadlines, but I might, whilst I remember, think, oh, that deadline for that photo shoot, I know that's the 24th, so I might just go 23. Okay, that's Wednesday. So I could pop in, using my color coded system, I can just put in PVP closes. So I know that that's then, and I have 25, 26, 27. I know that I have to do the results because I run the show on the 27th. So I've already got some stuff going on there. Now, as I go through my week, I can obviously tick things off. I can tick them off in my habit tracker. I could use color coding for that, and I can tick it off however I want. I might give a tick, I might do a smiley face, whatever it is. Maybe I've got some projects I'm working on. I can put that down there. Or maybe I just want to use this space for notes. This space has been left deliberately blank, so you can use it for whatever you want. Maybe one of my clients will book back in for next Sunday. So I can obviously fill that in there. And I can think about what I'm grateful for throughout the month. I've also got space here. Now I could use that to write down which week it is, things like that. Or I can just use that for notes, pictures, whatever it is. Maybe I just want to draw a nice little doodle of a custom idea that I've had or something like that. And finally, at the end of the week, I must fill in my highlight of the week because that's really important. So we're going to have a look at another week spread. Now, as you've probably noticed that I've just done this as like a test. This is my first week using this journal, so I've only just got it. So we're just going to ignore this. But I wanted to show you that you can obviously put your highlight of the week. My highlight of the week was one of my students told me that it was the most fun that they'd ever had in a breakout room. And that seems like such a silly thing, but actually that was like such a nice highlight for me because it was just so lovely that I'd planned an activity and they really enjoyed it. Maybe for your model horse journal, your highlight might be that you created something that was really beautiful. Maybe you created a model that was just so stunning. Maybe you won in a photo show, or maybe you didn't win, but maybe you did really well in a really difficult and really competitive show. Maybe you went to a seminar that was so good, or maybe you just saw something that was really lovely online, whatever it is. So I hope you enjoyed that short video showing you how to use your week spread for your model horse journal. If you haven't seen the model horse journal already yet, you can buy them through our Etsy store. We've got full flick through videos, loads and loads of videos, and we'll have lots of videos coming up as to how you can use all of these different pages to help you plan your hobby and also set your hobby goals and to really refocus your hobby life and to just have lots of projects and really just like make the hobby so much fun, but also stay organized and do some coloring. So do make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where there'll be lots more information about the different bits of this journal. And there will be a link to our Etsy store in the comments below where we will show you how and where you can purchase your own printable version of the Model Horse Journal. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.